Tau. It's a Pool A match, the final game for these two sides. And they last met, as I mentioned, in that Cup quarter-final in Hong Kong. Fiji winning that match by 14 points to 12. It was certainly fierce and fiery. .65 occasions they have met. And if you look at Fiji, Raisungi and also Selasela are their two playmakers in 8 and 6 respectively. But really, the game is won and lost up front, and Pio Tuwai, who was down to start in jersey number 5, will have a major impact as well. He is the enforcer and really loves the big occasions. And for England, number 12, Alex Gray, the 23-year-old 6'3" power forward, who can play a major role both in close and out wide. Scott Hastings joins me, and Scott, we were in Hong Kong when these two teams met. Different occasion, different feeling.
Oh, absolutely right, Willie, and there was some heat in that game, wasn't there? And, well, England's James Rodwell went for the try line at the end of that pulsating encounter, and then there was a big dust-up, so the result is that this game will be officiated by Anthony Moyes. And it will be interesting to see if that heat will be continued on. But England playing with bags of confidence as they've come into this tournament. And it should be an interesting side of this one for this Pool E.
Australian primary school teacher in his 189th match. Yeah, 6 days is a long time, and really that passion was a Cup quarter-final. This is pool play. And you can see too, one of the Fijian players without a number on his back. That is Josiah Raisungi. Fiji in the alternative black strip, England in whites. We're underway. Match 17 of 24 here on day 1 in Tokyo. Nice high kick, not claimed from the bounce. Tuwai is there, but so is Charlie Hayter. And so first possession for England. Tuwai comes in, Gray clears it. Good lineup here, Bibby. Out to Mitchell, he's got Norton on the outside if he wants to use him. Norton looking for a short ball. Dan Norton. This is a confident England side. Victories earlier against Hong Kong, 33-0. As Burgess goes in, the pop-up pass to Charlie Hayter, who got to the last defender and just sort of stopped. And now they go through Rodwell. Bibby is there. Did well to draw the pass in because it was a pass that was behind him. Now the counter-ruck coming in from the Fijians is kicked forward. Picked up by Verde Malua. Malua, one of the pace to go all the way, but just holds it up, and now along with a basketball pass. Kunatani, Norton should get him. Norton holds on to Kunatani, he gets rid of him, says get away! And Kunatani scores for Fiji.
Well, smashing try by Semi Kunatani. And the attack from deep, they got turnover ball at the far end. England were splintered there. Tuwai got in there, Alex Gray kicked it, but it was snapped up. Brilliant pick up by Joseph Malua. The little overhead pop pass. And it's just the support angles of running from Semi Kunatani. And Norton just goes too high. Kunatani shrugs off the Englishman.
24 years old. Debut in Dubai last year. Conversion is successful. And what a player he is becoming. Big shoes to fill in that number 2 shirt. We think of Setefano Thakau, the inspirational captain for Fiji on a number of occasions.
And it's interesting, England had all the pressure on that free-flowing movement as well to start. And Charlie Hayter involved in the alignment and the passage of play on 2 occasions, but England lost the ball, and look what happens. Immediately go down by 7 points to 0.
Up the middle they go, but Pio Tuwai couldn't batter it back. So let's see what England can do and how they respond. Here's Burgess, and he's never afraid of at the contact. Raisungi with the punch has dislodged the ball, and now Rauvovo back into Verde Malua. This basketball style, the way that he holds the ball up, his big 6'5" frame. Rauvovo, Tuwai, he'll attract some attention. You watch, 2 or 3 players will have to bring him down. Pio Tuwai, the offload. Kolinisau gets to his feet, he's not held. Goes again, rolls, places the ball. Raisungi, just 20 years old. Look at the maturity from the young man. And here is Tuwai. He'll set up somebody. Just like that, the offload. Raubovo's in.
Pio Tuwai has such a lazy gait in him, but when he runs, he steps off one foot, steps off the other, and that big frame, always something happens around Pio Tuwai. Here he is, just clearing out, first of all, Veramalua. It was just lovely, lovely structure. Look at Tuwai, recycled himself, then sucks in the two defenders, Norton and Mitchell, out the back door. What a smashing Fijian score.
Pio Tuwai looks like he sustained an injury in the process of releasing the ball. He's certainly in pain.
Well, certainly an influential playmaker for this Fijian team. We had a bit of raised eyebrows, didn't we, Willie, when we thought that Katonabal was being rested and not starting on the bench, and up aside Omalai, he'll have an influence if he comes off, but if this big fella has been lost to the Fijian cause on day 2, well, he will certainly make a dent in the Fijian attacking strength.
Koton Nimbiao, Misaki Koton Nimbiao, who made his debut in London of 2009. His 11th event, 12 tries. And he came back from the Gold Coast after the absence. And just have a look here. Seems to be perhaps the knee, a twist of the knee there. Norton tackling there. And he's going to hold things up because the stretcher has been brought out. They thought that he could walk out, or walk off the field, rather. And here is the Fijian coach, Ben Ryan. (25-10) local time in Fiji. They love their sevens. It's the national sport. They'll all be huddled in the villages around the televisions that are available, and also in the lovely resorts that they have there. So, Bulavanaka to you all in those beautiful islands. Hope you're enjoying the coverage, and you'll be thrilled at what your team has delivered, in particular last weekend and here in Tokyo. 2 from 2, and they've got off to a great start. Remember talking to Eric Rush last week when he was in Hong Kong, Scott, and he saw the Fijian team go running past to go down and warm up, and he said, which ones are the forwards and which ones are the backs?
Yeah, magnificent athletes, these Fijians, and they've got the ball skills to match as well.
Right.
Well, Tuwai, that's a big loss. As I said, he's got a lovely stance and a lovely gait. He's got all the skills for such a big man. He's got a deftness of touch, and that's the difference. And also, the running lines and backing up lines are what makes the difference in this Fijian side.
Raubovo with the restart where Tuwai would have been. Lovely tap back. And now they get into their work again through Kunatani, the offload, Vedemalua, overhead pass, and Aisungi gets the third.
Well, Rasungi, how good is this try? This is absolutely out the top drawer from Fiji, and they're running amok here for England. The kick is absolutely spot on, but watch the angles are running immediately. Lovely switch, Kutunabal over the top. And it was just sort of a run-in, wasn't it? They make it look so easy when they're in this form.
Well, they love the sport of sevens, and you've been lucky enough to visit their beautiful islands. Conversion is good. You see it played in the early hours of the morning, right till the last part of light. And if you can't find a rugby ball, you can use a shoe or a coconut or a can. Doesn't matter.
So it was actually Vera Malua who got the kick-off and made the ongoing pass.
3 converted tries. Oh, that's lovely play from Rodwell. Claimed it and then threw it around the corner where Burgess had to claim it on the ground. And now Norton. This is a good English side. Don't ever write them off. Alex Gray goes into the contact of Kunatani, fights his way to get to the ground. Mitchell, the captain and the first receiver, and now Bibby runs a beautiful line trying to get on the outside. Dan Bibby on Kolinisau, 7-on-7. Aisungi is there, so is Rodwell. England with some depth and a little bit of patience. There goes Mitchell into the contact area. Vedemalua has it, and Fiji now on the counter-attack. Kunatani won't have the pace to get to the corner, but he has got the angle. It's Norton on Kunatani. Kunatani, brilliant tackle from Norton, gets to the top.
Time.
Gets to his feet. I think Kunatani may have scored.
Reached out to try and ground it. Has he scored the try?
I think he may have knocked it on. I think you better
Okay, we will check.
We're going to have a
RVR,
look at the
please.
RVR here
Check for the
that is
knock-on.
available to the match officials. So, did Semi Kunatani control the ball? He's allowed to place it. Right there, he can place it. That's a try.
It's a try, yeah. He's got momentum there
Maybe
as
that's a
well.
try.
Well, in a blink of an eyelid, Willie, Fiji 4 tries in this opening half already, and still a minute left on the clock. He said he didn't have the pace to go on the outside, but when he cut that angle and outstripped Norton, Norton made a great tackle, but just the sheer reach for the try line made the difference there. Just lovely hands. Step off the right, took Alex Gray on the inside, and Gray left for dead on that occasion. You felt that Norton had made a good tackle, but it was just the stretch and the reach.
That's why I originally thought that he had lost it forward, because the ball was there all of a sudden at the feet of Dan Norton. As we go back to the live pitches now, lovely inside ball there from Mitchell into Hayter. Charlie Hayter, they'll give up the chase, and Charlie Hayter strikes back for England.
Good riposte by England, just to go in at half-time and pull one back. And it'll be interesting to listen to Simon Amor to say to his team, how can they get back into this tie?
That was the restart. Bibby came down and held on to it beautifully. Rodwell with that lovely offload there, and then the inside ball there from Mitchell, the no-look pass.
Yeah, and Heater had all the pace there to go over.
Different feeling to this game than 6 days ago, but a quality contest. 5 tries in the opening 6.5 minutes. Siren has sounded, but there's enough time for the restart. Fijians standing 2 by 2. Rodwell's been asked to go up and tries to batter it down, but Waisungi is the man that claims it from the kickoff, and Lauvolvo says let's head to the messages from our coach Ben Ryan. Half-time score, Fiji leading England by 26-7.
The halftime score is Fiji 26 and England 7. フィジー代表対イングランド代表は前半終了し26対7でフィジー代表がリードしております。
Defensively, go target the leg chops, stay on our toes and assess the offload. That's all it is, that's all I'm saying. Attack-wise, at the moment we're getting lots of people running through, looking for the options, just like we said about them grabbing the shirts and then popping the ball out. Our ball security has not been good enough. As soon as we get attack and decisive against these weak shoulders, and we tackle, we fight, we get a leg drive, and we ball present, and then we go again at those weak shoulders, you're looking incredibly dangerous. As soon as you start to dance and look because there's space and stuff, it's straight into their hands. So exactly come off the bench, but we do need another 1 or 2 scores. Okay.
Well, Brian Ryan reckoning he still needs 1 or 2 more extra tries for England, and Simon Amor just asking him to start hitting the channels for the Fijians, hit their shoulders, try and make the passes. That was a good try that Charlie Hayter got at the end of the first half. Tom Mitchell just calling on his troops for final words, but they've got the space on that inside shoulder, and if they can effect that in the second half, then they can claw back, but that's a big lead to come back into.
Well, they certainly put themselves back in the match, England scoring right on the stroke of half-time. Katon Nimbiao on for the replacement of Pio Tuwai. And the restarts have been very accurate from this man here, Vatemo Rauvovo, with another restart. James Rodwell goes high, brings in some defenders. Hayter is there. And now Mitchell to Norton. Not too many opportunities for Dan Norton. That ball's gone backwards into the hands of Dan Bibby. Gets away from the tackle of Nasila Sila. So good start here for England in possession. Hayter to Watson, who's just come on the field. The loop around from Rodwell. Not too much space down that right-hand flank. So Hayter looking to run at the weak shoulders. There's what Simon Amor asked them to do. Bibby steps on the inside. Can't get away from Nasila Sila. An advantage because he was hanging around there. Mitchell, captain, looks to try and find some space down the left-hand flank. The advantage is now over. Was he onside? Why not, says the ref, play on. There is an advantage, and so Hayter, 60 seconds, England have held on to the possession. The advantage is over. Watson now on Kolinisau. The captain comes across and makes the tackle, comes in for the counter ruck, and Rodwell's lost the ball forward.
Yeah, Kolinisau, he was tremendous there when he cleared, and he hit Norton. Norton then hit Rodwell. It was like a cannon on a billiard ball table. Here you see it again. Norton goes in, doesn't steady himself, doesn't anchor himself properly, and forced the knock on. Kolinisau was through there. But the accuracy of the pass from Norton when he delivered the ball onwards was a poor pass onto Watson, because it took some of the pace off that movement.
So a lot of the players now that are going in there to act as a bridge or to protect the ball, actually holding on to the player on the ground. On that occasion, Norton was holding on to fresh air. And that's the reason why Kolinisau used his strength and power to drive over and win the penalty, or win the scrum rather. So some changes. Kolinisau and also Laisungi go to the bench. On comes Dormalolo. There you see him in the big frame of jersey number 1. As Rawatha. Rawatha tries to get on the outside of Bowen, pushes off him. Watson comes at him. Out the back there, Kunatani. You know how dangerous he is, and he's put a foot out on the touchline, unfortunately. Otherwise, that would have been interesting to see just how Rawatha may have scampered with 80 metres in front of him.
He's got 7 tournaments and 30 tries already. That is a great strike rate, isn't it? Just goes to show what a threat any Fijian who puts on that Fiji jersey, they'll always play 100%. It's almost getting to the stage with Tom Mitchell throwing in that England just cannot claw back this lead. They're going to have to score off this phase of possession here.
They need to score, England, to stay in the match. And they certainly had their fair share of possession here in the second half. Watson trying to get on the outside of Kunatani, and he's done that. Just a sweeper. Watson steps on the inside. Good tackle from Ravovo. Bibby goes in and clears. Here comes England. Mitchell, they've got an advantage. The angle there and the line that is run by Jeff Williams.
Offside.
They need to strike immediately to England. Here goes Mitchell, out to Rodwell. Rodwell coming back against the grain. He's big and strong, and he's over.
Lost forward.
But he's lost the ball forward in the process of scoring it.
Scrum.
Well, he hit a good angle, didn't he, Rodwell? There was a 2-on-1 on the outside. The missed pass came from Mitchell. Rodwell steps back against the grain. Big hit comes in there, wearing that number 2 jersey. Semi Kunatani. You've saved Fiji there. That was the 2-on-1 out wide there, I felt.
Fine.
Great
That's
ball
incredible. Well done, the officiators.
We came down fine.
Officiating here, the in-goal touch judge, and also Anthony Moyes on that call. That should have been a try. And James Rodwell knows it.
Set.
Volvo gets rid of Mitchell, and there's some space up the middle. Now he's going to back his pace. Can he go all the way? Coming across is Bowen, and so is Bibby. Bibby with the chase. They won't catch him. He's got the angle. Now Volvo puts it down. That's majestic.
Individual brilliance from Vatimo Ravovo. He has played well. Didn't start on game 1, started game 2. Mitchell escapes, and it was just one way. Just took the line, chased by Bibby. Here comes the handoff. Bibby almost had him. Boom, the fend, and over he goes.
That's his second in the match. He alongside Semi Kunatani have picked up a brace, and the other try to Laisungi. Oh, that's lovely from out wide.
Nasila goes, takes that one.
They're just rubbing salt in the England wound at the moment. 3 tournaments they have won this season: Fiji, the Gold Coast, Vegas, and last week in Hong Kong. They would dearly love to firstly go back-to-back, but more importantly, to claim that #1 spot currently South Africa has. England want to get on with it quickly. Mitchell throws and then loops around. Watson has the ball. John Breakers on in jersey number 11. And as they come back down the short side, Williams to Rodwell. Who ruined that missed opportunity earlier on where they never scored.
Time off.
And maybe just a little bit of continuation of where they were last week, and just frustration, I think.
6 white, back.
Yeah, England have lost their accuracy.
4. Who is captain? It's high, and you stayed high in the head. Dangerous play.
There you go. No need to explain anymore.
Wait.
Aisake
Captain.
Katonimbiao will spend the rest of the game in the sin bin. And England will look to try and close this deficit. They've got the numerical advantage. 7 plays 6. Watson, little short ball here to Williams, who comes back on a beautiful angle, and they'll outpace everybody. That's a beautiful try. Talk about making an impact from the bench. He's done just that, Jeff Williams.
Oh, nice play there by Jeff Williams. Kind of wonderful angle on that one. Mitchell converts the try. Look at this, just a balanced play, little switch, and then the angle and cut. But when you take it at pace and you get behind the back of the Fijians, no sweeper to play for, you break that first line, you can open them up. England just need a little bit more structure in their play like that. They've let it become a little bit too loose.
And discipline's been a problem for Fiji. Scott, in all 3 matches, somebody's been in the naughty boys chair. 3 yellow cards on day 1. Will not please their coach, Ben Ryan. That's the siren for the end of the match, but England will be desperate to try and score 1 more try. As far as the Fijians are concerned, they're through to game, or day 2. 3 from 3. Tackless, so they carry on. And here's Jeff Williams. Just moments ago. Oh, what an impact he has had, certainly. That was scintillating. He just went around the outside of them and scored his 2nd try in 30 seconds.
Yeah, statement of intent for Williams, and no doubt that tomorrow Simon Amer will consider him in his starting lineup. England will be through the quarterfinals, so will Fiji in the cup competition. Find the space on the outside, and Jerry Tuai left for dead. Good brace there from Jeff Williams.
And now the kick from the captain, Tom Mitchell. It's academic, but it's all about the points that you can claim. That's a lovely strike, but just in front of the post. 5 tries to 3. England finished stronger, but Fiji have certainly won this match by 33 points.
Fiji 33 and England 19. The winning team is Fiji.
The challenge for England now is to go as far as they can in this competition with